Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Today's episode is going to be about a concept I came across, and it's called separation of tasks. Whether you've heard it or not, once I understood this, I realized how much unnecessary stress we carry in ourselves without even realizing it actually. Like in so many situations where we think we're being responsible, but when we are actually carrying the stress that isn't even ours. By now, you might be so confused about what I'm talking about. I'll explain it to you in a bit. Now, this is not just a random thought, it's actually a concept that was told by a psychologist. So, according to this concept, most of our stress comes from mixing up tasks. Okay, now what are these tasks? So, basically, there are three main type of tasks. It's your tasks, their tasks, and life's tasks. So, tasks so hard to, like, I think we should give like some other term to this. I'll say task. Okay, the first one is your tasks, like telling, explaining stuffs, clearing things up. It's your task, their task, and life's task. So the first one, your task is basically what you think, what you decide, what you explain. Now their task, that is other people's task, is how they take it in, how they react to what you did. Life's task is basically things no one can fully control, the time, luck, and circumstances, stuff like that. Now, mixing these tasks is where the problem lies. Now, imagine, let's say there's some misunderstanding with someone, and you have said your part, you've cleared things up, you were respectful, you were honest as well. That's your task, and you're done there. If the other person doesn't understand you, misunderstands you, and chose not to take your point in, that's none of your task. That's a part of their task. That's something you can't control. How they process things, how they take your words in, is something you can't control. So then there's no point of worrying about their task. You know what I mean? The thing is, most of us don't stop there. We keep thinking about what they will think, what they thought when we told a certain thing. And sometimes we end up blaming ourselves, thinking that maybe we didn't explain much, we didn't make things clear. And that's where the problem lies. Like, we start carrying a responsibility that isn't even ours. Your responsibility here was to explain your part, and how they take it in is their responsibility. That's something that you can't control. Now, the thing is, we sometimes mix up these tasks. We try to manage both and end up being stressed. And this is the same with life tasks too. Like, there are certain things in life that you can't control, and stressing about those things is a waste of your energy. Worrying about things that you can't control really doesn't make sense. Like, think about it. Like, you worrying more about it will not change them, right? So if you want to really be in control, I feel like you should be clear with this one thing. What is your tasks and what is not? Now, when I actually understood this idea of separation of tasks, it made me learn how to pause. Because before, my reaction to some situation would be to fix it. Now, like, I stop and ask myself whether this is my task, whether this is something that I am in control of. Like, whether I spoke properly, whether I explained things clearly, whether I showed up the way I was supposed to, whether I was honest, right? Now, if these questions were clear, then I'm done. Now, what the other person thinks, how they take it in, is not your task, is not in our control. So that's not something that you should be worried about, that you should be bothered about. I feel like this pause is really necessary because this somewhere our energy is mostly drained, right? Like, you sometimes overthink a situation that's not even in your control, and that drains a lot of energy. As long as you're clear with your thing, I don't think so you should be bothered so much. Yeah, sometimes people don't get you, they sometimes misunderstand, but it just means that they're doing their task in their own way. Or life is just doing its own task, you can't control it anyways. This whole understanding made things a lot lighter. Like, next time try this out. Next time when a situation arises, try separating the tasks. Feel like then you'll get a clarity on what needs to be done next. Because constantly worrying about something that's not even clear in your head, first of all, is not something that's going to be worth your energy, right? It's not about distancing yourself from people, it's more about protecting your own peace, right? If you did your part perfectly, then you let go. I'm telling let go like very easily. I know it's not that easy, but it makes things lighter in your head, even though the situation might not be. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the episode. Next time something comes up, pause and ask whose task is this. If it's your task, then yes, take responsibility, do your thing, take control of it, and do something about it. But if it's not your task, then what's the point of thinking about it? I think it's just draining your energy for something that's not even in your hands in the first place. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.